Yo, this is King Earner coming to you guys live and direct. Got these honorable two 5D cannons. I want to thank the brother for honoring us with these. We definitely needed them because it's really the core to what we're doing. We're on the sound now. We're working on the sound. But more than anything, we're working on a different backdrop. Now, I want to explain individuals about the Circle of Honor. Well, maybe I should explain to the world stop recycling crime or honor snatching per se, because it all falls underneath of the same understanding. For so long, so many individuals have been under the mindset that King Earner is speaking about the stop snitching rule of civilians. But that's not so. If you go back some time and if you pay attention, guys like Apple Martinez de Rizet, I made sure that I snatched his honor because guess what? We're not speaking of a person who is an innocent individual or civilian. I'm clearly speaking about individuals that involve themselves in crime. Now, once these individuals involve themselves in crime, they take time out. You know what they do? They actually point the finger at other criminals. That's how they get their leniency. Whether the criminal participated in a crime with them or some crime that they have, knowledge of the other criminal participating in. I feel as though the government is recycling crime by allowing these individuals that either created the crime or participated in them to actually get leniency after they tell their whole plot and plan of either theirs or the criminal together, them as a whole. So it's like it blows my mind when I see individuals confused to what King Earner is doing. It really does. It says, are these people really paying attention? Or are they just against King Earner because King Earner was what? Once an ex-felon. Being as though I was once an ex-felon, once an individual who done a lot of wrong things in the street. Sometimes individuals, it's kind of hard for people to kind of take from that person and not understand. But a lot of times you have to just look into the message. Because you're going to find out that humans are going to let you down. Not only King Earner, but humans. You know why? We aren't perfect. But what's coming with the message is clearly understood that King Earner is speaking to the criminals, the individuals who participate in crime and turn around and get the pointing fingers and don't get the same punishment as the individual that get caught all the way up in it and say, hey, listen, I was on the other side, opposite of what law enforcement consider to be cool or respectable. So I'm able to take whatever comes with that, opposed to me saying, hey, let me just tell on everyone and get out the situation. When does an individual begin to learn? No one will ever learn if we have individuals who don't get held accountable for their punishment. Now, I don't think jail is a suitable place for anyone, honestly. But we have understanding that we have rapists and pedophiles, individuals that mentally are distraught. But an individual that are in the streets, if criminals keep their crime amongst one another, the civilians and people in the community, even the children, will not be held accountable. There was a time that they were separate. But it comes to a time where individuals don't care about that. And we do understand that in that rule book of crime, at the end of the day, you can't care. So when you have individuals that's claiming the care thing about people should watch out who they shoot, they don't care. They don't care. It has nothing to do with them, and it's never personal from my understanding when I was a criminal. But your care factor of making sure that another criminal that have done something wrong to you that you want to get, you go as to the extreme as far as possible. People could be in the market. And that's the understanding about being a criminal that I think the youngest have to understand. That if you are a criminal, you have to be able to accept the things that you do or you're going to get yourself caught up in. Because shooting on the streets can get you caught up in a situation where you kill someone that you didn't mean to do, and you have to accept that. Although the laws are twisted, but they're giving them individuals who make a mistake and shoot the wrong individual, they're giving them life in jail as if it was a premeditated when it's accidentally because they're not intending to kill that individual. But we can't make up no disguise. That's probably one of the mean punishments that God is allowing to go through with them, because at the end of the day, why keep involving ourselves in crime when our people have to have understanding that it is over, it's past due, them allowing us to be criminals. They're locking themselves up. So what do you think they're going to do to us? Yeah, they might be giving out lenient time sentences amongst them opposed to us, of course. But at the end of the day, it's all about the dollar. And when you get these rats, these individuals who involve themselves in crime and get around the criminals and go ahead and start using information to keep themselves free, we have an understanding that we don't have a system anymore. We don't have an underground system where people can do crime, get their people out of poverty, turn it into something legal and keep positive. We don't have that. We have people being stuck in that mentality. So when you hear King Ernest say crime recycler, from now on, you're going to know that's a rat. We have to make people aware. And I can't keep making people aware because they're going to get turned off when they hear a rat. Although we can digest it. A civilian can digest it because at the end of the day, no one has allowed the civilian to have understanding. This does not include you seeing something wrong. Although we rather the civilian go in the right direction and say, listen, I can help this young man and this other young man that's have a problem. Let me go to their parents. Although we rather that. When they go to the oppressor, they are afraid of us. So they're feeling like the criminal is not someone, even though they've seen him grow up, who has this child become? Let me go ahead and go to the police. You cannot put people in a state of fear and think that they're not going to go to something on you. We have to create communities and neighborhoods where there is someone for that elderly lady or that elderly man can say, they're sitting on my steps there all times of the night. Can somebody talk to them? There have to be that in each part of the community. The sad part about it is not going to be able to be the elders, the OGs, to be able to make that say so. The youngins are going to have to do it amongst themselves. Who is the most qualified? Who has the most class? Who has the most honor? When we get that understanding, we get the understanding that King Ernest wished that every young man that's selling drugs right now, today will be their last day of reading up. It's rough, it's tough. It's wintertime. You can grab long johns and catch an earn. You can grab umbrellas. You can grab scullies. Take that cash, invest it in something, and even if you're continually trying to make a couple dollars, I'm not approving that. I guarantee you the legal earn is going to override the illegal earn. You're going to see that you can get way more money and there's less risk of being negative, because anything can, including negative, you can go sell a hat and anything can happen. Only God knows. But at the end of the day, your goals will outshow any negativity that you got going on. It would show it out. It would be like it's not even available anymore. And then you'll begin to grow like King Ernest has grown. And it's still rough. The struggle be hard. Because if you ain't selling no drugs or doing that negative, that coin that you're spending, if it's not being invested in something, it's only a coin that's being spent and it's not coming back. But King Ernest has pure understanding. No matter what I do or how I carry it, I can tie my camel. A law has already destined what we all have in funds. You can get $1 million a day tomorrow. Just know it was already decreed. Take your time. Be patient. Your refrigerator is full. You're able to eat. Your kids is clothed. Their food. They're able to eat. The bills is paid. Be able to have a smile on your face. Don't be miserable trying to keep up with individuals. This is what the Circle of Honor is going to be speaking of. We're going to have barriers of individuals who are going to come that's been involved in crime, that's going to be able to say, I'm not into that negativity no more. Young and going this way. Stop recycling crime. The Circle of Honor is also going to have some entertainment. We're going to have Leek Moss. We're going to have he's going to be the co-host. There's going to be a lot of individuals that are entertainments or big-time people that are going to be sitting on our platform, getting an interview. And guess what? Me and Leek Moss are going to be able together or separate, ask the questions you want to be questioned. But guess believe we won't have a Rizat unless that Rizat is willing to come forth and say, I say the Rizat. I've told before, and youngins don't do that, blah, 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 blah. He understands his honor isn't intact, no way, shape, or form. We have to start organizing this. And this is this to me is a pure honor, man. And ain't nobody gonna do this. Let me explain something to you. The way these was given, no one will do it. Because it means King Ernest getting to the bag. It means Leek Moss getting to the bag. It means the circle of honor. It means those men of honor are able to get an understanding and a word in edgewise, and what honor is the action to loyalty really is. A lot of people don't have understanding, and a lot of people won't have understanding. You know why? A lot of people are missing the fact that not being loyal, dishonor amongst our people started way back in slavery. And I'm going to break it down in so many ways for you guys to get an understanding. And guess what? You're going to be able to say, damn, that's the only reason why we don't get along, because so many of us in this world, we don't trust or have any loyalty amongst our own kind. We'll go against them for someone of any type of other ethic, especially if it involves a dollar.